Hey guys, Gamel Reacts here with another reaction video. So, I've been absent for a pretty long while, and I'm completely sorry about that. So, starting next week, I'm gonna start recording more and stuff like that, and I'll start putting out videos, since I now have, like, a long list of stuff I need to watch, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, here's one of the videos on that list. I told my friend that I would be watching this. It's called There's a Man in the Woods. And, I don't know anything about it, so I'm going into this completely blind. Just like always. Anyway, let's get this video started. If the play button will work. There we go. It's not very woodsy. I really like the, animation style.
There's a man in the woods. Spectacle. Before the stories started, this school was still respectable. My students used to skip down the hill to the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill.
I remember that.
Except
I used to do that at my school.
Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed and scowled because he couldn't bear to share his sweet treats throughout our recess hour. I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods." That's how the rumors began. Of course, Sid had spotted him first. The poor kids. He got him immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril. A visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse waiting just beyond the dale.
Well then.
The children saw him everywhere. "Look, over there. That man had Batman ears. We swear. And crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh." Trust me, every word I heard was absurd. Yet each day Sid would stray down way past the playground. Who else was brave enough to save us from the killer's next plot? The rest of the lot would stop back at the blacktop, sure that any closer they were bound to be found deep in the woods, left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think and learn to be mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear was undeterred, and when the buses drove them all home, the parents finally heard. Everything just blew up. I received a wall of emails and calls full of shrieks, wails, and all from terrified families who'd heard word of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action at all. What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you? That means I didn't care? That's not fair. The stories that worried you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib, so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could never cook up such incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie. How dare I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when the PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Why, they knew what was best for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines? Single file lines, little file swine, a killer by the pines. Really? Are you blind? Will you find your spine? Sid, a child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me like I committed crime. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
Oh, God! Oh, my God! How do I even... Holy crap! That's amazing. That is... Oh. That that is something beautiful to come back on. I actually have nostalgia from this too, because holy crap, this reminds me of a lot of my school. Back when I was in elementary school, we actually used to have a rumor about, like, I forgot what it was. It was like some guy used to, like, live in, like, the sewer system we had, like, beside the playground. Like, we had honeysuckles on, like, the right side of the playground, and then there was, like, this giant sewer with rocks and stuff on the left side. And there was a rumor, like, I think 2 or 3 rumors about what was going on that left side. It was like a woman had got crushed by the rocks, and that's why the rocks were never moved or anything right there. Her spirit was like, there was a woman's spirit living inside of, like, the sewer system and everything. Like, if you went down there, you get, like, taken away. And I forgot what the third one was, but oh my god, it brings back so much nostalgia. We were told we couldn't go near the forest or the sewers and stuff anymore. We had to, like, learn how to do stuff without that. We had to go there, like, when no one was looking. Oh my god. That is pretty deep. This is a very good video to come back on. I'm so happy you told me to watch this. This touches me. This touches me very well. This touches me. Whew, I've got nothing bad to say about this. This is really something good. And I'm pretty sure other people have, like, the childhood of where there's always that one kid that spreads out something and it becomes something so huge and big that it can't be ignored anymore. There's a man in the woods. I also want to watch something else because I saw it and it looked interesting. It's called The Forest.
In the old days, things were a lot gloomier than today. Me and my family used to live in an apartment block when I was about 12 years old. My father was an honest and strict man. He was obsessed with preparing us for the challenges.
Child abuse. Oh, God. That's a touchy
When I
subject.
felt lonely or misunderstood, the forest was there for me. It was a peaceful place where the problems, so I thought, were far away. I often came to the forest.
What?
I didn't like school either. I thought of it more of a mind prison than a place to learn about life.
I like that one kid that's unreactive to it. Oh, never mind. Man down! Man down!
I could sit here for ages, thinking about the world and just listening to the whisper of the wind and the wisdom of the trees. I didn't really feel at home amongst people either. People had no respect. The rich took advantage of the poor.
Yeah?
The lies kept them locked away in their miserable lives.
Hey, Puma, the shoes! I just now noticed
Every
that.
time I walked the streets, I had the urgent desire to return to the forest. Because the forest was different, there were no problems.
Fair enough.
One day, I was expelled from school for daydreaming. They sent me to a special school, so I decided not to go back anymore.
Imagination is the most powerful thing.
Of course. Anyway, he found out and took me to a specialist. All of a sudden, everything changed.
Puma? Oh, Ruma! Oh!
I had ignored these problems for too long. Now they were here to seize me.
I sure did pick the more sad,
My will to stand up
morbid
against life
ones.
had gone.
I can't believe you built up that many muscles within 2 weeks.
I suddenly became interested in things I had been indifferent to before.
Get the new electro muscle.
Here's our generation, kids.
Lies. Carrier bags. Noise.
Regain your individuality now. Try Probiotic, the probiotic yogurt that makes your teeth white and your lips red. Regain your individuality now.
And that was what I was going to do.
Okay. Okay. Whew. That took a nicer turn than I thought it was gonna take. Woo, man. I got worried there for a second. It's already taken such a dark
Of course they
turn.
caught me. I tried to explain why I had to do this, but they just wouldn't listen.
Of course, they never listen. That's the sad part. Individuality is dangerous.
They had locked me away for good.
They can always lock you away, but they can never lock away your mind. That's one thing I've learned as I grew up. Well, as I'm still growing up today. Individuality is what defines each and every one of us. It defines the great from the meek. Oh, that's it? Ha. Whew. David Starr. I just found 2 videos that speak to me so greatly. I'll be completely honest. The imagination of a child is a very dangerous thing. If not controlled with moderation, it can turn too wild, as you saw in the other video. I guess I have a theme for this one video thing. The children come back. Anyway, yeah, imagination without moderation can be a truly powerful and dangerous thing. It should always be, imagination should have its limitations of what is too far and what is too little. Like, imagination these days, I notice, is really little. Like, when I go to school and stuff like that, nobody really has imagination. Nobody really is like... Nobody knows what actual fun is. Actual fun isn't like partying and drinking and smoking and drugs and stuff like that. Having fun is like getting with your friends, doing a group activity, maybe like tag or handstand, making weird jokes, getting weird looks from everybody else kind of thing, them wanting to get to know, and just kind of spreading out more. Not like none of this technological stuff. Technologic is what we have mostly these days. In fact, technologic is what gets most people their jobs. I admit, technology has its benefits. Look where we are right now. Just people with imagination, including myself. It shouldn't be squandered. You should try to achieve your goal. of what your imagination says. But your imagination, if it's so unrealistic, it's okay to imagine it, just as long as you know your limitations. That's all I'm trying to say. Oof. Man, I came back to something heavy. I hope they weren't hoping for me to make jokes about this. I'm talking about, like, God. Came back to something really heavy. Like, God. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I know I have. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully. Join the Wolf Army.